As you grow in consciousness as a being, as you become more aligned with spirit and you start walking the right path for yourself, you lose friends, you lose family, you lose relationships, and you start to feel like you have nobody. You become super lonely. You start to isolate, and you may have a couple people, but sometimes it feels like they don't understand you the way you understand yourself. And sometimes you're still healing, you still got trauma. So it can be hard to just bring things to the surface and just be yourself 100%. There are things that you got to work on right now. You're on this path for a reason. You could be at one of the lowest points of your life right now, but you also know the powers you hold within. And some of you guys are just so scared of the power that you hold. You can't be scared of the power you have because you are powerful beyond measure. At times you may feel powerless. At times you may feel like you can't speak your voice, or the energy's not right, or the timing's just off. And when the timing's right, you just waste away. We don't have time for that anymore, especially as people have awakened to our spiritual power, our essence. So many people on this journey lose friends because they are raising in frequency or rising above all of the old ways that they used to indulge themselves in. And I'm not saying that just because you indulge in things means you're not on the right path. You're still on the right path. Just because you're addicted to certain things right now or you have bad habits doesn't mean that you're not on the right path. It's there for a reason. But when are you going to just accept that you're going to have to make a change? You're going to have to get better. And you're going to have to be okay with trusting this process of being alone and realizing that this world is much more complex than we can even fathom. And as a spiritual being, as somebody who is raising in consciousness, you're going to have thousands of questions every single day. And it can get to the point where anxiety takes over. You got to remember to ground yourself in the present moment. Go outside. I know it's getting cold soon, but that's not an excuse to becoming a better version of yourself. I know you may have school, you may have a job, you may have people hounding your ass every single day, but that's no excuse to not pick up a book or get a pen and a piece of paper and write your thoughts out, or get a minute of breathing. Do something for yourself that is going to help you. It gets lonely, I get it, but you're never alone. You are truly never alone. You have to always tap in with you. Tapping in with yourself is tapping in with God. I know a lot of people, not knocking you for whatever you believe, but a lot of people think that they have to rely on God outside of them, when in reality, God is within you. God is always hearing you. You are always talking to God. So you don't have to externalize anything any further. Give yourself the love. Give yourself the validation. Allow yourself to get better through the process of it all. Now, we're in the season of fall. It's October 6th. 6 is the number of love, my people. So make sure you really operate out of love this day, or any sixth day. You know, that's just numerology anyway. But it's the fall. As you can tell, the sun gets lower so much faster. The leaves are falling, colors are changing, different smells in the air, a different energy. And sometimes it takes you back to just going to school in those fall months. And you know, you can taste the nostalgia sometimes, like being on the bus or, you know, trick-or-treating, any of that. So use a season to your advantage. Find things to really enjoy. Go out and enjoy it. And remember, like, this life is one long dance. It's one long song. It's music, it's art, it's flow, it's everything. It's everything. It's what you make of it. Whatever you think is the way your life is going to turn out. And it's crazy to think about when you have negative thoughts some days, because we're programmed. We are highly programmed. And, there's a lot of doom and gloomers that will come up to you and say, you hear about so and so, they went up and did this to so and so. You know what I'm talking about. They'd be talking about deaths and shootings and somebody's dog getting hit. It's just like doom and gloom or negative, cynic stuff. You're going to have to protect yourself from these people. And yes, it be your own family, your parents, your friends. Listen to it. It gets anxiety ridden, but just listen and be like, okay, I know this is not a conversation I like. Sometimes you can shut it down if you have the voice to. But just observe, and remember that you're there to give your attention and come from a loving place. Things get confusing sometimes. It's hard to deal with other people. It's hard to be alone. But you gotta live. You gotta enjoy this life for what it is. Sometimes you're gonna get sucked back into distractions, the matrix, this and that, but enjoy it, learn from it, become a better version from all of it. If you don't decide to just get up and make this life a dream, or chase your goals, work harder than you ever have, heal yourself from ailments, trauma, um, any of that. Let go of the past, become present, start building today for tomorrow. I promise you, this is going to be a wonderful life, and just a wonderful season. You have to really accept that you can change your life in a blink of an eye, a snap of a finger, just by the way you think and creating a new habit out of it. It's going to take different emotions. It's going to take a different feeling in your heart, because yes, you can want to get better. You can want to change your life. But if you're not feeling it in your heart, if you're not visualizing what it will be like to live the life that you want or feel those emotions, then it just won't happen. You're going to have to study day in and day out. You're going to have to start moving your body. Everybody is built different. Everybody looks different. Everybody carries themselves a different way. But that doesn't mean you're stuck like that. You'll always be the same person, but those upgrades, they always make you better. They allow you to do things like I'm doing now. At times, I had no confidence to just speak into the camera or speak to other people about how I feel about life or what I think, because sometimes you just don't feel like your perspective's valuable. But in reality, you don't know whose life you can change. Even in one sentence, it can change something. One quote from your own mind. When you speak from yourself, you're speaking from God. That's literally what they mean by the Holy Spirit. And I'm not here to give you guys all these religious breakdowns, but I'm here to give you spiritual breakdowns, because we all think differently, but we're all one. So on this channel, I'm always going to be here to try to help you guys improve as a man or a woman or as a spiritual being having a human experience. And you got to start somewhere. You got to be consistent. You got to show up every day. I'm not telling you to come to my channel and watch all my videos, but I mean, like, what it is that you're doing in life, show up at it every single day. Trust the process and know that, some days aren't going to be fun. You may not have all the confidence that you need right now. You may not have developed those skills to get you to those 10K months, or to actually start building different muscles in your body, or to let go of certain toxins in your body. But eventually you're going to figure out how to make things happen. You got to start writing your goals down and really take advantage of the time you have now. You may feel lonely, you may feel lost on this path at times, but remember, I'm cheering you on from afar. My energy, it's out there. Know it's out there. But trust in yourself. Trust in what you believe in. Know that God has got you. He's got your back, and everything's going to work out. This is my 10-minute video. Thanks for tuning in, and have a wonderful month. Peace.